My name is Stephan. This is my wife Gina. We're the Sanfords. We've been married for 7 years, and we came to this class, Do You Truly Love God? We were introduced by some friends of ours who brought us here, and I have thanked them several times for bringing us here because of the changes we've seen in our relationship. There's been a lot different perspective this class has given us. I know me personally, that you start seeing things in terms when Tom talks about being able to see, eyes to see and ears to hear. This has been a wonderful experience in that regard, that I'm constantly looking forward to each class because of what God is revealing through the teachings that Tom and Deborah have put together. Their insight is unbelievable. You look forward to hearing how they break things down in their analysis of things, but just the whole layout of everything, the worksheets, doing everything, it really, really helps you to grow, and it helps you to see things in terms of helping to understand my wife better and seeing things in our relationship different and exposing things that, in terms of blind spots where you may have always thought either what's wrong with the way I'm thinking or this is the way it's always been or something to that effect, where you come to see you, even though it's not intended, you are doing harm to this other person, and those things have been revealed to you, and that conviction can be strong to the point that you are saying you're sorry, but more than that, it's repentance, where you're wanting to change and you're wanting to hear different ways that you can change. The application, obviously, is one of the most powerful things that you can do in this class. But one of the best things that has been to me, that's been our motto, and we both have repeated it, is the respect thing. About what's important to her is important to me. Her way of thinking is just as good as my way of thinking. And we focus on that, and if you keep going back to that, it really helps to put a whole lot of things in just daily circumstances into perspective, and helps you deal with things and see things a lot better. And the most powerful thing, obviously, is when you're constantly working on your relationship with the Lord, which this class is all about. When this relationship is all good, then this relationship is all good. And one of the best things that's happened to me is not only with her where it's gotten better with my kids. I applied some of these concepts to my own family and even co-workers, colleagues, friends, different things. Just like it's about this relationship, it affects all of your relationships. So this has been a wonderful, wonderful experience, and I truly enjoyed it. We've been blessed to be able to invite another couple here, and we felt so strongly about it that we were talking about this class a lot, and thankfully God used it to affect someone else and influence someone else. So
I think when I first came to the class, one of the things that really struck me, that came to my attention, was we, like Tammy and Darren, were great, like Christian couple. Everything looked great on from the outside, but on the inside, it's like I felt like we were just kind of existing, and we were roommates, and we weren't really connecting. We were just kind of, raising two Christian kids and being Christian education, and everything was great, but we just weren't connecting. One of the things that Tom said, I think it was probably week 1 or 2, Stephan's already mentioned it, is his way of thinking is just as good as my way of thinking, and the way that he does things is just as good as the way I do things, and that just totally struck me, and I could have taken that for the rest of the class and just ran with it. That just resonated in my heart. There were so many things in our daily life, just petty things, that really used to kind of get under my skin, and now as I was going through the class, and even to this day, I'll think of those things and I'm like, you know what, it's really not that important. It's really not important at all. Just because he wants to do it a certain way doesn't mean that he's wrong, and vice versa. So that was something really powerful in our relationships. One of the things that I loved was on a weekly basis, we were able to read through the material. Sometimes we didn't read it all together, but we read it on our own and then came back and applied the worksheets. And it really just opened up the dialogue. We were able to communicate. We were really transparent. There may have been a few times where it kind of went south, but for the most part it was really fruitful, and we were able really to build from that. And then just being in the class, just hearing other people's testimonies throughout the week and just learning, and the transparency that everyone had was just really amazing. It allowed our guards to drop and be able to be transparent. And then one of the biggest thing I think that I realized about myself was I really didn't know how to take no as a complete sentence. And I found out about myself that I was very manipulating, I was controlling, and I didn't, there was a lack of respect there in our marriage. And that's something that's an ongoing process for me, that I'm really, you know, seeking the Lord and just looking forward to being able to apply these concepts in a concrete way now that we're back in the class. It was, when you're going through the material on a regular basis, it's really easy to apply. And then once you kind of get away from the class a little bit, you can kind of get back into your ways. And that had happened a little bit, but nothing had totally disappeared. But now that we're back, I'm praying that we're going to even grow even more, and then, you know, little by little, those concepts will be able to be applied on a regular basis, and there won't be those, you know, backsliding into our old ways.